What's up everyone, it's Liz. Today, I'm gonna walk you through how to create a form in Hubspot. This won't take long, it's really simple, so let's get started. Okay, so we're on the home screen of Hubspot, and in order to create a form, we're actually going to go up here to where it says marketing, and we're gonna click on that drop down. And if I scroll all the way down, you're gonna see right here where it says forms, and we're gonna click on that. Then we're gonna move up here and I'm gonna click on the create a free form up here on the right. Now, if you've never created a form, you can do this little introduction where they can help you get started. I'm just gonna skip that and I'm going to set it up myself. Now, the first thing you have to do is you have to select your form type. So you have to determine what it is that you're trying to accomplish in the long run. Do you want something that's more of a drop down banner? It'll drop down from the top of a screen. It'll kind of be a pop-up box. You have to look through the options and see which one you want. So I'm going to keep this first one selected, and then I'm going to click the next button right up here on the top. So as always, HubSpot has a lot of great templates that you can select from. I will just kind of click on some of these so you can see they're pre-made. You can go in and you can make some edits if you'd like. They have newsletter signups, ebook downloads, just so many different options you can choose from. So I'm going to select the blank template and we're going to click start. So they'll show you some of the frequently used properties. You could skip the tour, so I'm just going to exit out of this and I'll walk you through some of these things. All you have to do is pull the item that you want to pull. I'm going to drop this above the email, right? So let's say I want to do first name, and let's say I want last name to be next to it. So I'm going to click right here on the right, and you'll notice that this is how it will line up. And let's just say I also want their phone number and email. So we'll use this as just a basic structure of what it is that I want. I want to get somebody's first name, last name, phone number, and email, and we'll just leave it at that for now. If I click right here where it says other form elements, this is good to have. There's CAPTCHA, so if I turn this on, it's going to just really prevent spam, which is what you want, because you will get a lot of spam if you post these onto a website or embed them in some way. Then they also have a GDPR option. So this is basically their consent checkboxes. So if you would like to add them to your form, you definitely could. So if I select this first one, you could see it gives this whole write-up just saying that they agree to receive communication from your company. They can unsubscribe at any point. So if you feel like it's necessary to add that, you can. I'm not going to add it for this example, but I just wanted to show you that it's there. So I'm going to delete this. You could do payment options if you would like as well. So below here you have contact properties, and you could see a ton of different options that you have below this. If there's not one that you like, you can create a new one if you like, and you can select from all of these different items as well. Now above, you're going to notice up here we have different options here. So if I click on options, you can see if you want to remove the HubSpot logo, you would upgrade. What would happen after somebody submits the form? You can edit your text right here, or you could redirect them to another page if you'd like. So if you go down and you look at all these different options, you definitely can do that. So let's just say you wanted to send it to multiple people, you can add that here as well. And then here at the bottom, other submission settings. Do you always want to create a contact for a new email address? So it'll ask you all these questions and you can determine what it is that you need. Up here we have style and preview, so you can get an idea of what your form would look like before you make it live. So kind of just scrolling through that, you can decide all these little details. Do you want it to be default, linear, sharp, round, how your boxes will look. And then the last part is automation. Automation is pretty cool because you can automate certain things, like what happens after a form is submitted. So you can create workflows out of all of this. The last thing that I want to point out is if you click on these individual fields, you're going to have another option that comes up on the left. So if I want to make this field required, I'm going to check that off and make sure I make it required. So first name, last name may be required, for example, but let's say phone number isn't. We can leave it as is. Email is always going to be required. You can change the name of the fields. You can give some help text as well. So maybe you have a particular item that maybe they need a little bit more explanation to understand. You could do that as well. So there's more options even within these particular categories. You have logic, so you can build smarter forms if you like. If the last name is equal to this, then do that. So these are all these different options that you have. I just wanted to point that out as well. So I'm going to click done. So once I do this, I'm going to click on update up here at the top right. Until you click this button, none of these changes are going to show up. So I'm going to click this update. It's also going to let you know if there's anything wrong, anything that they catch. They're going to let you know ahead of time right here where the warnings are at. And this is also just going to confirm what the form is going to accomplish. So I'm going to click publish. And now what it's going to do is it's going to give you this link. So I'm going to copy this link, but it will also give you an embed code. So if you wanted to take this code, you can put it into your website so that way you can embed it directly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to X out of here. I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to paste this link so you can see what it looks like. And here we have our form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this out and show you what it looks like once I'm done. So now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click submit. And you see, here's the message that we displayed, that we chose to display after the form is submitted. So it says, thanks for submitting the form. So now if I go to contacts, I'm going to see that the form was completed and here's the new contact. It automatically adds them in. So if I click on this, you'll see, here's the new contact, Maria Sanchez. We just made this up here and we added them in and you can see all the contact information. So it's good to decide and to test out your form first, because here you could decide what part of the life cycle do you want them to be in. You can decide all of that while you're creating the form. So it's good to do a couple test runs, see what you need. If you ever want to go back to a form and make a change, you just go back up to marketing. I go to forms and you're going to see the existing form and you can rename it as well. So up here, I can just call this whatever form I would like. And again, whenever I make a change, I'm just going to click update, publish. And if you make a change to your form, make sure you hit update and publish it. Otherwise, it will still refer back to the previous version that you had. But that's how we create forms in HubSpot. And that's it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more helpful tips and tricks. Until next time, ciao.